We talking smack value, mate. Gonna get predictions. Uh, all right. Let's start off talking about Sirius Jones and JC. I don't even know if that battle's still gonna happen. To be honest, I don't know. I'm hoping that that battle happens. But Sirius Jones was in a crazy car accident. Excuse me. So I hope that he's doing better. He's recovering. I checked the URL Instagram page and all of that. I didn't see a replacement battle, and they just posted something else that was a flyer, which I pretty much got this thumbnail from. I did the rest of the thumbnail, but the artwork with them guys' faces on, and Sirius Jones was on that too. So I didn't see them take him off of it. I know he was in a serious accident. He said he broke, I think, vertebrae or some shit like that. So I don't know how they still have him on this card in these pictures, unless they just said, "Fuck it, we paid for it to get done. We're using this." So I don't know what that's about. But let's just start there. In the event that that battle actually happens, um, I didn't see Sirius. I saw only a clip of Sirius' last battle. I guess that whole issue with the diamond test that didn't work and stuff like that. Going against JC, I'm assuming JC is gonna attack that. I mean, if I was JC, I would. There's so many clever things you could do with that, and then to be the first one to battle him after that happened, I mean, there's got to be, it's gonna be fresh to everyone's ear. Like no one has heard anyone come at that kind of stuff yet. Yeah, I'm getting another alert. I see bloggers talking about this whole Joe Budden thing. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. For real. For real though. Whatever. Um, JC is one of the people who's damn near impossible to beat. I do think that, again, like I said the last time, you do have to consider that he's going through some, which I understand completely. He's going through losing his mother, so it's hard to really understand. Like, is this dude going to be fully focused, so on and so forth? But if anyone is able to short term prep or anything like that and still give you incredible work, is JC. With Sirius Jones with these injuries, let's just say he does try to do the battle. Like like what percentage of health do we expect him to be? Sirius Jones has recognized in these last few battles. I say ever since that Ill Will battle, I believe it was, where he turned up his energy and his performance. It's been completely different. And you can see that in his last few performances, which helps him out tremendously. Um, Going against someone like JC and you're trying to still have that energy the way you've had lately, perform your bars, delivery, uh, your pacing and your breath is gonna play a big your breathing. It's gonna play a big role in your delivery, man, and your performance. But absolutely your delivery, how you say certain things, the flow you're using, that's gonna be really hard to maintain. And then you're going up against a killer who every single round for JC is as close to perfect as possible. Let's just be real here. If we was to sit down and really look at these dudes, who quote unquote people look at as pen guys, when you really look at what they bring to the table, can you really say that as many of them in totality have been able to bring you pristine rounds, battle in, battle out, big league, small league, doesn't matter, the way that JC has? Can people say that? So that's too much of an uphill battle, in my opinion, for Sirius Jones. And excuse me, if this battle was to take place, I'm gonna say Jones is gonna have to take a heavy L, and I'm gonna say a gentleman's 30 for JC. Um, and again, I don't mean that in a negative way. And the number one thing in anybody's mind should be Sirius Jones' health, right? That has to take precedent here, man. And hopefully, I understand the need for money, right? We all need money. But hopefully, Jones is not in a situation where he has to push the envelope instead of postponing his battle, really force himself for the check. Because this could be really bad for his career. You know, if he hasn't taken enough, I don't want to say L's because I don't mean it in that way, but Jones has took some hits to his career, man, one way or another. So, you know, one like this of this magnitude, some people might say, well, see, most battle rap fans aren't gonna consider that sort of stuff. They're just gonna be like, man, fuck that. You showed up. You're supposed to try to win no matter what. And I will agree with them for the most part, except for situations like this. So either way, I'll say JC with the gentleman's 30. We have Kid Chaos and Chilla Jones. I have mixed feelings about Chilla taking this battle, just being honest. I feel like, yes, it's dope to see someone like Chilla Jones give an opportunity to someone as talented as Kid Chaos. The problem is we want to see Chilla get the opportunity at these bigger battles. Now we know how these leagues do. There's especially this league is the documented history of guys saying, "Hey, they get promised battles. Like, hey, if you take this battle, we'll give you this battle." But not everyone has the privilege of always saying no. Sometimes you saying no, and I'm pretty sure it's happened to Chilla before. You saying no to certain battles, and they start holding that against you. Like, oh, you said no about that. All right, well, cool. Then we don't need you, and push you out the door until years later. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that ain't the case. I'm hoping Chilla took this battle because he genuinely wanted to, but I want to see Chilla against Sue Surf and all these other guys. I want to see Chilla against Lux. I want to see Chilla against all the big names. I don't know if Chilla and Av has happened yet. I don't know. I would love to see that battle, Chilla and Av. Kid Chaos is one of them guys who he's an up and coming guy. We know how extremely talented he can be. I don't think that Kid Chaos has put everything together just yet, and he might be in the same boat as Chilla. And what I mean by that is it took Chilla years to really piece everything together. Remember, Chilla was always nice with the schemes and with the rhyme and with the pen, but his flow wasn't there, the cadence wasn't there, the performance wasn't there. None of that shit was there. People used to call Chilla Jones a NyQuil rapper. And I'm not just trying to disrespect Chilla. He knows people looked at him that way. Chilla eventually hit that switch and put a lot of things together to be able to get where he's at. So that's also why I'm like, damn, why take a battle like this? But who knows how that business work? And then you got a Kid Chaos who I think is in that kind of same space. That Kid Chaos is nice. He's a hell of a talent. I don't think he's put it all together yet. And that's not a knock against him. I like this battle. I was just looking at it more from a standpoint of, hey, as a supporter, I like this battle. I like the matchup. I like the potential for where this battle could be, right? And then in a volume setting that's supposed to be in a small room setting, of course, there's moments we've seen gas in there too, but this is supposed to be a rapper's setting, a writer's setting. So to see them both go at it, I just think is a dope matchup overall. But then you just gotta ask yourself, can Kid Chaos, salute T-Boo, can Kid Chaos put it together in time? Can he can he look at Chilla Jones game tapes and say, well, this is what Chilla did to put it all together, and I'm kind of in that realm, even though I don't think people I've never seen nobody say Kid Chaos is like a NyQuil level. I'm not saying that. I'm only saying, hey, we see the pen there for Kid Chaos. We see the potential for him. Um, we see certain times the way he's putting certain things together is dope. But can he change the flows? Can he change the cadences? Can he emphasize certain words when it needs to be? Can he perform when he? You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. We saw Chilla turn into that. We saw him slowly grow to that, and is Kid Chaos gonna be able to do that in just this one battle? Um, I don't know. I got Chilla 2-1, possibly Gentleman's 30. But again, I don't mean that in a negative way whatsoever. I think this is going to be a very good battle. I just think that Kid Chaos is going to be looking at his potential future. I think Kid Chaos can look at this battle, stand right in front of Chilla Jones, see what Chilla's doing, and literally learn from this shit. Um, because Kid Chaos, I really do believe, is one of them guys with just crazy potential. You know, he just got to put it all together. Um, what was the next battle on here? Was it B Dot and Av? B Dot and Av is a battle that I won't lie to you. When it first was announced, at first I was like, but then I was like, well, they are two big names. They are two guys that at one point or another on more recently for B Dot. When Av hit the scene, especially the URL scene, you know, he was a breath of fresh air. He was something new. Yeah, he had a style similar to B Magic with the punching, but it was different. T Wish I'm going the other way. KKS 2-1. I respect that. I didn't like Chilla last performance versus Tay Rock. Okay, I respect that. Um, B Dot just a few months ago was really setting a bar for himself and for the league pretty high. You know, sitting there having to try to battle and rap with B Dot. B Dot and T Top had an incredible battle. Um, if I'm not mistaken, that was a 2021 battle, and in my opinion, should absolutely be up there for battle of the year. Um, I would say top three, possibly top two. I don't know who one would be right now, to be honest. I don't have the app, so I don't get to see every single battle or get to go and rewatch battles like that. Um, B Dot is a hell of a person to have to sit there and rap with, and we know Av can rap. B Dot with a flow, Av got a flow. Av could punch, B Dot. Well, Av excels in punching. We seen B Dot be able to do that. B Dot will look for an angle. You won't necessarily see that from Av. Av don't really do the angle thing. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm looking at this and like, okay, this is gonna end up being just about rapping. Like both these guys' styles are different. I like that, the style clash. They both could rap. They could do all the things I already mentioned. B-Dot could perform. We've seen Av over the last maybe year or two really pick up the performance side of things. Um, what do we then look for? They're both consistent. What do we look for? They both have heavy, impactful moments, but the argument can be made that Av might have more of those in one battle. When we kind of look at haymakers, I guess you would kind of say that Av seems to right now, off the top of my head, every single battle would seem to have a bit more haymakers per battle than B Dot does. And again, that's not a knock at all. I'm just saying when you have a battle so crazy like this, you're literally having to pick little things like, damn, what does this person do? What do they do? How do you see this going? If I was a coach in your corner, or if I was the one battling, like, what am I looking at? What am I looking for? What are the flaws? What are the strengths here? So this battle can literally go either way 2-1. Can literally go either way 2-1. I'm personally gonna man. I wanna say Av so bad. I wanna say Av so bad because I just think that his style just lends itself for what I said, just more haymakers per battle. And maybe you give the edge of writing to B Dot, but again, man, I'm just gonna go and tell you, I think this battle could literally go either way. I got Av 2-1. Excuse me. I think every round is gonna be able to go either way. That's just that's how I see it. I think every one is gonna be able to go whichever way you want to put it. So again, I got 2-1 Av. Miami horses battling. So we're about to talk about head ice and man, how the fuck I just lost it? Who the fuck? Who the fuck was head ice? Come on, man. I just forgot this shit. So we talked about Av and B Dot. We talked about Chilla and K Chaos. We talked about JC and Sirius Jones. Verb. Okay, good looking, T Boo. T Boo, let me know who else I'm missing from that. So we're about to talk about Verb and Head Ice. We talked about Sirius Jones and JC. We talked about Chilla Jones and KK. Damn. Anyway, just let me know who else I'm missing out that. But Head Ice versus A Verb is a battle that should have happened years ago. I won't lie to you. I'm for nostalgic reasons. I'm looking forward to this battle because I understand that this should have happened a long time ago. But I am telling you, excuse my fucking cousin yelling in the background, acting crazy, right? But Head Ice versus Verb was supposed to happen 4 or 5 years ago at the most. There's no way we should be in 2021 talking about Verb versus Head Ice, right? I think when they're both at in their career, like for example, Verb. What the fuck? You bitch loud, right? It's a matter of time for the camera. What did Verb battle? He said Arsenal Loso. All right, remind me of that one. But yeah, Head Ice was just in the tournament in the King of the Dot tournament. Who the fuck? Verb just battled somebody not so long ago. So, uh, but yeah, this battle is long overdue. It's something that should have happened 10 years ago. I don't have the same interest in it. I do like that the pocket that Verb is in terms of writing. I like where he's at, where he goes with things. Him and Calico, I've been saying this for the last few months, maybe the last 2 years. I like the pocket they're both in with the writing. It's not for everybody. I understand everybody don't like it. It's more lyrical stuff and written a certain way. So it should, in my opinion. I've looked forward to that battle for years, and I hope that them two could bring back their. I don't want to say grudge. I don't know if you ever want to call it that, but that whole competitive nature, that New York versus St. Louis or Midwest kind of thing. We're going back and forth with St. Louis, so I'm gonna stand on the Harlem side. And I'm gonna say I'm going for Head Ice, man. 2-1 in a close battle. Again, I think it's one of those battles that's gonna be literally could go either way. I am looking forward to seeing what Verb is gonna say to Head Ice because at this point, like what they both gonna use the same old angles. I think this is just gonna be more about rapping, to be honest. I think they both are gonna go in there and it's gonna be about writing and rapping. I don't think there's gonna be much personals. You know, Head Ice seems to be knowing all kind of behind the scenes stories about people. He comes out in a bunch of battles with shit that we never knew about. Uh, but we'll see how that goes. But I think it's really gonna be a preference battle. I really think that battle is gonna go either way. But I'm gonna go with Head Ice 2-1 in an extremely close battle. I think every round is gonna be close. The question is, and I'm saying this respectfully, but I'm being honest. I love both these two as battle rappers. They're both two of my favorites. But are they gonna be able to make this interesting? I don't think that people. I enjoy what they're doing. I feel like I'm gonna enjoy this battle. The question is, are they going to be able to make it so that everyone enjoys it? Because if we're going off their last performances, they're going against each other, it's like, okay, this is really a questionable battle in terms of what we're going to get out of this battle, my opinion. So we'll go to DNA versus King Los. Uh, DNA versus King Los is one of those battles that absolutely has to be in the value. We just saw Daylight versus King Los, and I have to be honest with you, I still have not saw all 3 rounds, not straight. I watched when it first happened. I didn't get to see it live. I had to see the pay-per-view, right? I watched like the first round and a half, and I just couldn't. I had to turn it off. I couldn't do it. Then I went back the second time, and I got through the first 2 rounds completely, and I had to shut it off. Then I went back and watched the third round separately, and then I went back and tried to watch it again, and I couldn't watch that battle. Like, maybe I'm the only one who had that problem. But King Los and Daylight, like I said, that was a battle I wish didn't happen on the big stage. I said that before the battle happened. That battle did not belong on the big stage. Um, it is what it is. We got what we got out that situation. I'm hoping that this is going to be different because both DNA and King Los could both rap. King Los has showed us that that battle versus Head Ice was incredible. Um, I think that if anybody's, you gotta understand, there's guys like a Daylight and stuff like that, or DNA, who their styles, the way they write, their stature in the game, should make someone like King Los want to show up and be his absolute best from every angle. This is a volume setting. This should be their setting. We should get an incredible battle. DNA is one of the most difficult people to ever be in battle rap. Every time we go against DNA, he shows up and shows the hell out. So, with that being said, I don't even need to go and drag the whole shit out. I think DNA is gonna win this. I got DNA 2-1, possibly 3-0, gentlemen's 30 possible, but I'm going really with the 2-1. Someone like King Los, it's damn near impossible to 3-0. The layers that he writes in, and DNA can do the same. DNA has also show you that if you got to dumb it down, he can do it. If you need to punch more, he can do it. If you need to go personal, he can go personal. Like DNA, every time we count him out, DNA makes us all look like fools. Let's just keep it real. So, with that being said, I'm going 2-1 DNA, possibly 0, but again, I think every round is going to be close. I do think though that DNA is going to put King Los in a position to have to show and prove, like, even though he's proven enough. But I think DNA is just that kind of guy. Like, whenever people rap and say he can't do shit, he kind of puts pressure on that other person when he's time for him to go. The only time I didn't see him do that and I was disappointed was against JC. That was the only time that I could remember off the top of my head. That's the only time I could think that the pressure was on DNA and he couldn't do what he set out to do. All right, so again, I'm going on with DNA on that. Let's check the chat, and then I believe we'll be talking about it's chess battle. We got to talk about Arsenal and Loso. Scotty said Chiller 2-1, Ice 2-1, Loso 2-1, DNA possible 30, JC possible 30. Scotty said likewise, bro. Go, you have a blessed week. Or is that a bull? Shannon, if I remember correctly, King Los Queen on 2-1, second and third. I don't know what you're talking about. Scotty said, do you think they will not react much since King Los been on RBE? That's a good point, Scotty, because T Boo said DNA 3-0. So when I said the whole thing of DNA is going to make him have to prove himself, so on and so forth, I didn't want to go that route, Scotty, but that is part of what I was alluding to. DNA is gonna You know how they play that whole URL it don't count or URL is the NBA. I know DNA is gonna take that approach, like, yo, you haven't been here yet. I don't think DNA will be dissing RBE though, because DNA has been on RBE, and DNA is not known for dissing guys who've been on other platforms when he's been on platforms around the globe, not just the US. DNA has been around the globe. So I don't think he's necessarily gonna come at him like, oh, you was on RBE, this ain't RBE type of shit. I just think that he's gonna be probably on some, yo, this is a different level, and can you match that? And can you do it on the so-called small room setting? Which I think is better for King Los if I'm going off his last performance. Because that one against Head Ice, I was in the building. I was in the VIP right by the stage. King Los was doing his thing, even though I felt Head Ice won because King Los had a lot of daylight bars. Remember, he was supposed to battle daylight first. That got canceled. He battled Head Ice. And then the next go around, he battled daylight. So, yeah, I got DNA taking that. All right, let's get into. Was somebody confirm for me if Chess is on this card? I don't remember. I don't think he is, but for whatever reason, I'm just. I should have wrote it down. I normally write down the card. I didn't do that this time. I gotta try this out. Captain Morgan's Long Island iced tea. They gotta be cold though, Chief. Just finished cooking. Had a good dinner. Busy day. I made some roasted potatoes and onions with some smothered chicken breasts. Smothered them in a mushroom paws with a cream mushroom sauce. Y'all gotta try that out. Shit's banging. All right, Loso 30. Loso 30 clip. You guys know what I always say about Arsenal, and Arsenal 9 times out of 10 proves me correct. We're gonna get the same old Arsenal. He's gonna spit a bunch of filler. He's gonna rap for 5 to 10 minutes around and give you two hot bars. Uh, he's gonna use the same angles everybody else does, but try to do it in a disrespectful way, which never is rare. Like he was good against official. He was okay against official. He definitely won. But some of that was official beating herself. I thought he was dope against Chess. Uh, he had another dope battle off the top of my head. I can't think of. His last battle was whatever. I think that was Lou Castro's whatever. I think I had Lou winning in a underwhelming battle that just had one or two dope moments, and that was it. And those moments, I believe, belong to Lou. And we know what we're dealing with Loso. Loso is a monster, man. Loso is a monster. He's gonna get his. You gotta understand something. Loso's trajectory was going crazy at one point. He had. I thought he beat Scotty clearly. I had people and still people to this day trying to tell me Scotty beat Loso. I don't know what battle you were watching, but we all have our own opinions, right? Cool. I'm not gonna disrespect you, but I'm gonna tell you watch your fucking mouth because it's not true. Um, um. Then he had a battle against Bridge. People say Bridge did him dirty. I watched the battle. I thought Bridge edged the battle. I don't think Bridge killed Loso. My no problem. Watch your fucking mouth. Um, I don't think I've ever seen. Can we really say we saw a clean loss to Loso? I mean, again, a lot of people. You know what? I gotta. A lot of people said Loso died the Bridge. So a lot of y'all are gonna say yes. We saw. All right, that's your opinion. No problem. No problem. I personally have not seen it, but I've seen Arsenal die. There is no ever debating Arsenal's place in battle to give us a win. We get 3 rounds from Arsenal that sound like the same shit he spit the last 100. What he got? Like 150 battles, 200 battles? I'm not bullshitting. He got like 200 battles. So let's be real. Um, Someone like Loso, especially in a volume setting, I love Loso's performance against Vixen. Just in general, Loso is just someone I just think very highly of, and I don't see Arsenal's gonna get up there and disrespect Loso's religion and just say a bunch of shit like that. Maybe got some Spanish jokes. Who fucking knows? Um, but we all know that if we're talking bar for bar, he can't mess with Loso. He can't outperform Loso. He can't outright him. Maybe he and not even because Loso be having some funny ass moments in his battles. So you know, I just think it's Loso's gonna also show up trying to shine. Like, hey, he finally in the ring with a legend, and you can't take that away from Arsenal. So with that said, I say Loso 3-0. Excuse me. We're gonna be we're gonna be cool and say Loso gentleman's 30. You might not body him, but I think he's gonna win every round. You might body him though. Y'all know that, right? I hope y'all do know that. I hope that you're comfortable enough to know that that might happen. He might body you. Okay, so soon I'm gonna go watch Miss VA's blog. I saw some shit that happened with Matrix. I don't know if y'all saw the clip that I seen that's circulating. I have some opinions on that. I want to watch Miss VA's finest blog on it before I give my opinion because I want to get other perspectives before I give mine because I think that it's a touchy topic. Then I didn't mean to be funny saying that, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a clip of Matrix, a female battle rapper battling the male. She it looks like either she it looked like she was trying to tap his pockets. She might have grabbed his ass, but it definitely before I do that, that's blog. I'm patient a little more opinions before I give mine because it's just it's a delicate subject, but I feel like it's one that needs to be talked about. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in battle rap that's just not cool, but it's not cool from both angles. And I think a lot of times that gets missed and it gets misrepresented. So again, before I give my opinion on that, I just want to get a little more information. So at some point this weekend, probably tomorrow, but at some point this weekend, just look forward to that blog, and we'll see what comes of it. So I'm out of here, man. Took up a lot of your time. Before we do that, I just want to salute T Bull as always for always supporting. Wrong decision for dude, bad. But I'm with you. We on the same page. Shit is good with you. And everybody else should support me. And hit that link for my art channel, man. Go check that out. All right. I appreciate all your support. Go click on that. Go check that out. Subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Custom paintings, custom sneakers, all kind of stuff. I did a pumpkin carving. You could go watch that. Uh, I got a painting I'm about to do, and I have some video for another sneaker I'm about to drop. All right, so I need y'all to go to that channel, go subscribe, and go check that out. All right, have a great night, a safe weekend. Some fights on Saturday, MMA and boxing. Alvarez versus damn, what the fuck is this dude's name? Anyway, it's gonna be a great fight. Check out the Alvarez fight, but check out the MMA fights. Shit, that hurt. All right, so look, Caleb Plant, Alvarez versus Caleb Plant. That's the fight. All right, make sure you watch that.